All right, another major story we're following for you right now, and something we've really been warning about all week. The U.S. Treasury Department announces the U.S. has hit its debt ceiling.
That's right. The announcement means that the country has reached its borrowing limit and is now in danger of defaulting possibly as soon as June. The U.S. Treasury has already begun implementing what they're calling extraordinary measures to try and prevent that from happening. But some members of Congress and the White House are in a standoff over the next steps. Some House Republicans are calling for budget cuts before voting to increase the debt limit. Democrats claim that that delay could lead to a fiscal crisis.
Now, stock markets this morning fell in anticipation of this announcement, and they've not really made much ground through the morning. CBS News congressional correspondent Scott MacFarlane joins us now to speak about what all of this means. Scott, let's just start at the top. We've been using this phrase, but break it down for some of our viewers. What are the extraordinary measures the U.S. Treasury is taking to prevent default, and how does that really function?
Yeah, some bookkeeping shifts, Errol. They're going to stop payments on some of the retirement pension accounts, things that would affect retirees down the road. Also stop the reinvestment of some security investments the federal government makes. None of that has any short-term impact, and the Treasury Department says it'll make good on this when the crisis ends, but it buys Congress some time. It gives them a few more months to raise the debt ceiling. It's $31.4 trillion roughly now, but the federal government has to keep borrowing to pay for the expenses it's already incurred. It's not future spending, it's handling previous spending. Today is the day it hits the limit, the $31.4 trillion, which puts the pressure on Congress to figure out how to get this done. At this moment in time, Errol and Lana, there don't seem to be any real meaningful conversations. It's just two sides talking past each other.
Yeah, so on that point, Scott, I think that it's important what you're saying, because raising the debt ceiling previously had been a non-political matter, in part because, as you say, this is money that Congress has already spent and now owes. And if it appears that Congress may not pay its bills, well, then there's a very real impact on the credit of the U.S., which has an impact on all of us. So given that, does it look like either side is willing to, either on the president's side, willing to open up talks, or the Republican side willing to say, we're going to raise it this time, but let's have other conversations about how we handle spending?
Yeah, the debt ceiling is frequently raised, but it's rarely such an issue because there's an acknowledgement, a sense that it's nitroglycerin. You mess with that, all kinds of economic explosions can occur. So what we saw in 2011 was really our best case study of what we could face now. In 2011, when the political makeup was exactly the same, Democrat in the White House, Democrats controlling the Senate, but a new emerging House Republican majority taking part in the U.S. House, we saw a near breach, and the ramifications were severe of even a near breach. The U.S. credit rating was lowered. The stock market took a huge hit just with the flirtation with breaching the debt ceiling. That's the prospect America faces again, with the same political reality, the same players in each of the three main roles, and the prospect we could be flirting with another debt ceiling breach. The estimate now is maybe May or June for the ultimate cutoff, now that the Treasury Department has enacted its emergency measures. But again, neither side has acknowledged any meaningful talks of how to avert disaster.
So then, Scott, you mentioned similarities politically to 2011. One of the big differences, a variable that's changed this time, is there's a new House rules package that could have an effect on how long it takes now for new terms on a deal. How might that mix things up?
The first real-world impact of that historic standoff we saw earlier this month over the vote for U.S. House Speaker. You'll recall there was this faction in the House Republican Conference that denied Kevin McCarthy the speakership on the first 14 votes. Our reporting, part of the negotiations and the discussions to get it to the 15th vote, was some type of stance or position on the debt ceiling, a sense that they want to exact some concessions, some spending cuts before approving a debt ceiling increase. Very similar to what happened in 2011 when Republicans said they want to see some spending cuts or controls before raising the debt ceiling. But And Democrats have responded and will continue to respond. They are conflating two different issues here. The debt ceiling is about previous spending, not about future spending. And that's why the White House says it will not negotiate over this. If you negotiate over the debt ceiling this time, you set a precedent to do so in the future, which will raise the risk of future economic calamity.
Yeah, it's a head scratcher because everyone understands the importance of negotiating and only allocating funds for what you can afford.
Right.
But let's not put the value of U.S. credit on the line in the meantime.
Well, it's kind of like your credit card bills. Like if you don't want, like if you're fighting over what credit card bills to spend, but the bill is due, if you don't pay that, you're going to have a ding on your credit rating, and that is going to cost you more in the long term.
Scott MacFarlane, we appreciate you explaining it all for us. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Scott.
Thank you.